Man, y'all know what time it is. T-Law got the eyes of Lee Van Cleef when he go in that field.
Checks it down underneath. That's a crossing route to Christian Kirk. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Christian Kirk to the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
They made a major mistake when they made T-Law go to the spirit of the sky, to the oracle of the saber-toothed tiger, and the saber-toothed tiger now has the scepter in his hands, and he been to put every critic to rest. Man, last night I done marinated 2 turkeys. I got my cherry wood getting ready for my smoker. Just got off from work, off Pritchard Road. I'm gonna bake me 2 Cornish hen. My special recipe, I call it a Mediterranean Cornish hen. I'm gonna top it off with my homemade Long Island iced tea. And I'm only gonna top it off with 1 red top of Coca-Cola. The Maxwell House coffee will live on forever.
Duval! 1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Mike DeRocco, and Dylan Denmark.
This Winnie the Pooh looking so-and-so.
Yo,
D-Rock. D-Rock just made my year coming here. I swear to you, Tony, I'm watching the panel on whatever show is on ESPN right now. Because ESPN's the greatest network we all know because Mike DeRocco works there.
100%.
And they're all dressed up for Halloween today.
Are they?
Well, yes. A lot of them were on the panel, whatever panel show it is. And then D-Rock disappears. We're like, where is he? Did you know about this, Tony?
No, I had no idea.
Tony, what the hell? We got Winnie the Pooh in studio here with us. D-Rock, this is fantastic.
I pulled it off, did I not?
You did. You tricked us all.
It's hotter than hell in this thing, by the way.
I really hope that it looks like you're good on camera, too. Looks like we got a nice
awesome.
nice lighting situation for everybody to enjoy. Did you go out and purchase a Winnie the Pooh costume special for this occasion?
What, do you think I had this
I
in
don't
the
know.
house already?
I don't know.
I mean,
But so you went out and spent money on this getup.
Whoa.
Right
I spent
here.
less than $20, if you can't tell based
Party
on the
City? What are we talking about here?
Amazon, baby. Where you get everything
I
else?
don't know, man. Sure. All right. I guess I should have figured that, right? And you just had it delivered D-Rock size, right, to the house. What size did we go with?
We went with the medium.
Medium.
Yeah.
Medium.
It's not a schmedium, though. It's wearing nice and baggy on you.
Well, it's very hot.
Right there.
by
Go
the
ahead.
way.
Put the
the
head
hood.
up
There
if
we
you
go.
don't mind, so folks can see if they're watching on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook. And if you're not, this may be the reason why we've gotten cameras, Tony. Honestly, so I love it, D-Rock. That's fantastic. Dylan Denmark has gone as a high school football assistant coach.
Yes, that's correct. We're doing that tonight, actually.
Today. Is that right?
We have a game, yes, sir.
Baldwin versus
Ed White.
Ed White.
A lot of points will be tonight,
The
probably.
Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lemon
I'm
heads.
shocked I know that.
I'm surprised you know that,
right?
too.
I mean, that's pretty impressive by me. So there we go. How's
Do
everybody
we
been?
explain to the listeners why I'm in the Winnie the Pooh?
Go right ahead.
Dylan?
I'm lost.
Do you not have the?
What?
You
Are
don't
you
have the
kidding
drop?
me? I know the drop, but
play it.
That's it.
We don't. I mean, what else would it be?
Yeah.
You're a big fan of Christopher Robin. Like, what in the world?
I couldn't find the Tigger costume.
I'd Winnie the Pooh the hell out of that.
Yep.
So and so.
Yep.
Yes. And what was that in reference to?
You eating 12-year-old cereal? Hey, there's
Oh, is
Jeff.
that what it was?
I'd Winnie the Pooh the hell out of that. Right. And you asked me like, what would be something you'd eat that's been stored for 10, 12 years? And I said honey.
Honey.
And you said
Honey.
you'd eat it. You'd eat it, and I said I'd Winnie the Pooh the hell out of
That's
it. Winnie
what
the
honey
Pooh the
was.
hell out of that thing.
Man, so there you go, D-Rock. You could have gotten some. You could have gotten like a honey glazed donut. I bought breakfast because I was the biggest loser last week. You could have gotten something honey themed today.
Oh, I didn't even think.
You
about
went with
that.
a big fat eclair.
I did.
And a cup of coffee. I got off cheap today, man. Dylan's like, give me 2 glazed donuts.
They were good, too, by the way.
Do you want something to drink? He's like, nah.
I'm good.
I got some juice.
Orange juice.
All right, whatever.
My breakfast sandwich was excellent.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, I offer these guys because they're asking
Yeah, I'm
for
not a
eclairs
big-
and donuts. I'm like, get a breakfast sandwich, man. I mean, I'll buy you breakfast. It's part of the
Yeah.
gig right there.
Everyone has the same reaction.
Dripping in honey.
walking by.
Come on by. Check it out. There's Russ Libby walking by in the hallways. So, all right, D-Rock, you really put a smile on my face today, and it takes a lot.
This is
early
like
in the morning.
1,000% wool, apparently.
You're realizing that you're having a Costanza moment right now?
I think this is what you would wear if you walked outside of the North Pole to pick up the
Do you
mail.
want me to turn air down?
Sure, we can do that.
I don't know if it'll kick in. I don't know.
It sounds like it.
Have you guys added to the studio? I don't know. The studio looks brighter or something since I've been gone for a couple of days.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
We closed the blinds. That's it.
Maybe that's just it, honestly. I mean, it was a huge difference yesterday watching Tony on the streaming. Now D-Rock, now you're going to feel more comfortable, D-Rock. You know? But
He is on the side of the room with all the heat coming off the windows. Yeah.
This is amazing. I feel like you've done this just for me and my own personal satisfaction. Do you plan on wearing this for the whole show?
Maybe. But probably not.
Oh, come on. We got to make it, man. So what are your travel plans this weekend? You heading out to Vegas?
Yeah, I'm headed out to the 100-acre wood on Saturday afternoon. I was telling Tony before the show, I think I was telling you too, I had something happen to me that's never happened to me before, is that I had a flight change to a direct flight.
Oh,
and, so
from a connecting flight to a direct flight.
Yeah, so I'm heading out to Vegas Saturday afternoon and then
Nice.
taking the red eye back, so I'll be home Monday.
I've only gone to Vegas once. I can't remember if I connected or not. But what's your game of chance if you were to play a game of chance?
Not really a gambler guy. Maybe the slots or something. Like I've never really been.
Neither am I. Really. I mean, you don't really have the opportunity.
No.
I just want to go see
I don't
the
do
Sphere.
any back alley card games. that I'd be invited to. So
No.
you want to see the Sphere?
Yeah, that's really kind of the
Top
of the
you know who owns that thing?
no.
James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks.
Really?
Yeah, it's a weird kind of deal.
Huh.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
they're all kind. Don't get banned because he will ban people. There are all kinds of people that are banned from going to Madison Square Garden.
Huh.
That have been critical of James Dolan. Like he's got seriously facial recognition that he uses to do that, and people will go and they don't even know, and they're like, "No, you're not allowed."
Gosh, I can't remember the last time I was at the Garden.
It's been a long time.
Might have been when Florida was in the NIT, 2008,
There you go.
2009, maybe.
Was that the Nick Calathis team?
Yes. You kind of look like Nick Calathis.
He does
now
look
that I
like Nick
mention-
Calathis a
Skinny
little
white
bit.
guy? Yes, that's what it looked like.
A little bit.
Kind
A little
of.
bit. All right, so Jags coming out of the bye. We've moved on past the bye. We're on to bigger and better things. Beating the Raiders, must-win game.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
Believe it,
the
though.
season's not going to be over if they lose, but if you want a realistic chance of making the postseason, and you're not going in December, we need these 7 things to happen for each of the next 2 weeks. This is a game you got to win, Tone.
If you're a playoff caliber team, you beat the Raiders. Right? Like, it kind of is a litmus test for that kind of thing. I don't know if it definitely tells you exactly who you are, but it's a team that you ought to beat.
Maybe it's week 1, man. They beat the
Yeah.
Patriots in week 1. And the Patriots look fantastic,
Right.
So, sometimes week 1 is a little bit funny. But
Yes.
other than that, they beat the Tennessee Titans.
Right.
who
And I do,
are
like,
pretty
the thing,
miserable.
if anything makes me nervous about the matchup, I think we've been deceived by how they've looked the last 2 or 3 games that they've played because it has been without Bowers.
Yeah, I
Like,
was talking about it with Jeff a minute ago.
right, like there are things that they haven't really been the full force Raiders, which is probably why they were able to beat the Patriots to start the year. That was when they were as healthy as they were going to be, right? Going into the season, Max Crosby's dealing with whatever he's dealing with right now, so he'll be on and off the practice field, it feels like this week, but I haven't heard anyone say they don't expect him to be able to go.
That dude always shows up.
Right, like that kind of thing. But Brock Bowers is going to be back, for this week. Jacoby Myers is going to be back this week. He hadn't been great, basically, for the last month, but he'll be back. So it does feel like the Raiders are getting back to whatever the Raiders were early in the season. They weren't the pushover they were the last 3 weeks for the first month, right? Like, this is something that has happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks. They've become a really bad football team. I think Bowers has a massive effect on that kind of thing.
Yeah, Geno Smith's play has tailed off a lot, but is that because he hasn't had his primary weapons? It's tough to know, right?
Yeah.
But it's still a team that you should be able to handle if you are the team that you think you are and that you're going places here in the second half of the season, Mike.
Yeah, without question. And while the Bowers thing is significant, the thing, if I were the Jags, that scares me more is finding the way, or not scares me, but if I were the Jags, the thing I'd be more concerned about is finding a way to not have Max Crosby wreck this game. Because the offensive line, especially, the tackles haven't played great the last couple of weeks, and Crosby is an absolute menace. He's a psychopath in a good way as a pass rusher, and he is relentless. So,
I'll let you know about it the whole game.
Yeah, it will be a big chip game for the the backs and LeQuint and Etienne and Basil Tootin and some double teams here and there, but you got to keep him off of Trevor Lawrence the best you can. So need a big game from the tackles.
All right, today we'll hear from Trevor Lawrence a little bit, maybe a little bit from Liam Cohen as well. We've got our Chad and Sandy real estate question of the day out there, basically asking you what aspect of the team you have the most confidence in moving forward. Is it the passing offense, the rushing offense, the pass defense, or the rush defense? And let us know. You can one-click vote that at MD_1010XL. Don't forget at 1010XL Fat Tony, at ESPN DeRocco, and at 1010XL Denmark.
I'd Winnie the Pooh the hell out of that thing.
Got that right, man.
There we go.
This guy, you got to check it out. We are streaming on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. I expect record numbers today. Just simply.
That would be sad if that's the reason.
I don't know. I'd like to see a few hundred. At any given time, you got a few hundred people watching the streams. So I want to see some high triple figures today for you, D-Rock, with your Winnie the Pooh get up right there. And I think people should appreciate the effort that you put in. I certainly appreciate the effort because I will not be dressing up on the program for Halloween in any aspect.
Yeah, well, I figured obviously had to do it today.
It was today's your day. We appreciate that. McManus will be in Vegas. He's out there, probably out there now. And I don't think they have a show. They're not doing a show today, right? No.
House and Heels?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're off.
They're off today, so they'll be on tomorrow live from Circa Las Vegas. All right, so we're ready to go. You want to get in, 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines or on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Let's talk about the different aspects of the team, what we feel good about, what needs to change, what changes may be coming before next week's trade deadline as well. Mike DeRocco, the Pooh, is in studio here with us. Tony Smith, Dylan Denmark.
D-Rock the Pooh.
I'm Mike Dempsey. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hi, everybody. Mike Dempsey here for Big Number One Duval Ford, Jacksonville's #1 Ford dealership, where you get your truck on your terms, your Ford. Big Number One Duval Ford has an unbeatable selection of F-150s, Super Duties, and Broncos with transparent pricing, fast trade appraisals, and a no-pressure buying experience, and a service department that has to be seen to be believed. And check out Ford Mobile Service while you're at it as well. Check them out over on Cassett Avenue. That's Big Number One Duval Ford online at DuvalFord.com.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Every Sunday drive deserves a Monday morning quarterback.
Did anyone look at the scoreboard?
We'll take apart the top games, key plays, and controversial calls from the weekend.
Post-game Monday.
Delivered by Dandy Foods on 1010XL.
Fall is here. The air is crisp. Football is on, and the perfect backyard atmosphere starts with a high-quality fireplace from CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Hey, it's Joe C. Imagine nights by the fire, cheering on your team, surrounded by friends and family. CSS can transform your outdoor space into the ultimate game day destination. Stylish, warm, and built for memories. With several wood, gas, and electric options, let CSS make your backyard the best seat in the house. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
Jaguars Today Thursday, brought to you by Cannons of Jacksonville.
Looking for your new favorite hangout this football season? Try Voodoo Brewing Company in the heart of San Marco. Locally owned and community-focused, Voodoo Brewing serves up award-winning beers, scratch-made upscale pub fare, and laid-back vibes where everyone's welcome. For live music, trivia nights, and all the football action this season, make Voodoo Brewing Company Jacksonville your new favorite spot on San Marco Square.
I'm Max Fink, Join me for the Gator Report on 1010XL as I break down the latest storylines in Gator Nation.
Put together by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gators!
Family owned and managed for 20-plus years, Hidden Hills Golf Club boasts a unique and welcoming atmosphere. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com to book your next round on our Arnold Palmer signature course. You'll be glad you did.
One thing that separates Beard's Diamonds from those other jewelry stores at the town center, no one's paid on commission.
Nobody at Beard's is on commission. That's more of your corporate stores that pay commission.
Beard's owner, John Lupo, says that means no pressure, no hidden agenda, no extra markups.
And you're getting a better deal. You're not paying the corporate commission. You're not paying the salesperson's commission. If they're paying their salespeople commission, you're starting off in the hole.
And that's why you feel like a number at most jewelry stores, because it's all about making the sale, but not at Beard's.
Because it's a corporate atmosphere and they want to sell you what they want to sell you. We're here to sell you what you want. Our salespeople can do whatever they want to make sure that the customer is happy.
So relax. At Beard's Diamonds, they have all the things you want, like quality education, selection, warranties, and none of the stuff you don't want, like pressure and tacked on commissions.
Nobody's making an extra 5 or 10% on Beard's customers.
Beard's Diamonds, the town center's only locally owned jeweler.
We sell better merchandise, better product for less money, guaranteed.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller. Hey, pal, you look troubled. Is something bugging you?
This friendship isn't all upside for me, Jason. People keep asking me stuff about you.
They ask you about me?
Is it really cooler with Bueller, they ask. So I say, totally. And they say, how do you mean that? And I say, he fixes air conditioners, which literally makes somebody cool. But he also has cool sunglasses and cool people and a cool family.
And I try to make working at Bueller Air and Plumbing a really cool experience for our technicians and plumbers. We treat our people like gold, and they treat our homeowners the exact same way.
Great. Well, now there's another cool thing I've got to remember. This is a lot of responsibility, Jason.
Life can get hectic sometimes. If you don't take a moment to slow down and appreciate all the cool parts, you could miss it.
Do people ask you about me at all?
Weirdly, they do.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Mike Del Rocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
All right, now everyone is a critic, and the fact that D-Rock does not have a honey pot has been brought up, so... Work on it for 2026.
No, I don't have a honey pot.
That's true. I don't. We just haven't seen it revealed yet, you know?
There will be no honey pot reveal today.
There will not. All right. There was a big costume reveal, man. You kept it. Yeah. You kept it from us right up until we went on the air. So,
by the way,
nice.
This has pockets. This outfit has pockets.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
So you could wear that like everyday wear.
Correct. I could wear it to work.
You could probably play golf in that. Right at the
in the Arctic. Yeah, in the Arctic.
Oh, come on, man! 50 to 60 degrees,
it's
man.
Pretty cold.
That's freezing from what I hear. You know, some teams would melt, or I guess the opposite, freeze in 50 to 60 degree weather. But all right, so let's get to today's question of the day a little bit. Are you aware? Like, where do you think the Jags statistically are the best out of these four categories? Pass offense, rush offense, pass defense, rush defense.
Rush defense. I
By
think they're
far.
They're 9th or 10th, I think.
By far. They're 6th.
6th, okay.
In the league. An average yards allowed per game.
90 per game?
91, okay. I want to say something like that. So, yeah, I mean, under 100 yards a game on average. Now, here's the problem. They're 26th in pass defense, right? So you can throw the ball on these Jacksonville Jaguars. Which
is partly why I think they're also a little higher in the run defense.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it plays into each other.
Right, you know, exactly. You know, if you can have success doing that,
yeah,
you're going to pick up bigger chunks of yards that way.
We saw it on display against the Rams in London, right? Like
Yeah.
the Rams they were in control of that game going into the second half. They wanted to run the clock out. Well, they couldn't run for first downs, right? Like when the second half started, the Jags did stop the run effectively. I think that's kind of where the strength of that defense is. Where it was early in the season was they were getting pressure but not sacks from the outside, and it was forcing some bad throws because they would play with a lead most of the time. Early on in the season, they just haven't played with a lead. It feels like in a year, but they have played with a lead for large portions of the season. They just haven't trailed, right? And for the last 2 weeks, that's all they've done is trail, basically in these football games. So I want to see what they look like again when they are allowed to rush the passer a little bit, hopefully against the Raiders this week, but that's to be determined whether or not they can make that kind of thing happen.
I don't have a whole lot of confidence in the pass rush if Trayvon's playing one-handed.
Right.
I mean,
which he will be even. I mean, that's not like an injury that, okay, it's completely healed. I mean, he's got pins in his wrist, and he's still going to have a brace on it. His fingers will be free, but that's still, he's not going to be able to punch with that hand and really won't have the same strength to grab and pull, which is sort of his game there. So I'm not really sure. I think he'll be more effective than he was with the club, but it's not like it's going to be the old Trayvon, I don't think.
Do you think that if the Jags make a move, D-Rock, could you see them going for a defensive end, like more of a pass rusher, outside guy, a rotational piece? A lot of people are focused on the defensive tackle position. I understand why. If you can get one of those, a Quinnen Williams type, apparently Jeffrey Simmons is not going to be available.
Right.
And I think the price tag on Quinnen Williams is probably going to be pretty expensive as well. I mean, he's a guy I'd love to have here in Jacksonville, but I feel like there are maybe a few more edge rush options out there that wouldn't be as expensive, and because you're not going to look at that whoever you bring in at that spot here as a frontline starter. They're more going to be a third down specialist for you.
Yeah, like I think we talked about it last week, the Arden Key type of guy. I don't know that they do make a move this week.
When you say this week, you mean before this week's games?
Before the trade deadline, which is Tuesday.
Okay.
So over the next however many days.
Do you think they're looking? I mean,
I think they're always looking. I think they're keeping their eye out. I think they're taking calls, as they do all the time. Yeah, I mean, they got calls on Brian Thomas for sure. And then you always listen because it's irresponsible not to listen.
Right. If somebody offered you 3 first-round picks, you'd be like, yeah. So, and you'd say, well, no one's going to offer you that. Well, you don't know until you listen what exactly they're going to offer. So, I mean, yes, that's an extreme example.
Correct.
But there's probably something a little less than that you would also take for a guy.
Yeah, and, look, I don't think this is the move they would make would not be one of those that you go, oh, that's going to put you over the top. That's the thing that's going to make the difference between 9-8 and 12-5 or whatever the heck it is.
Okay.
The math trips me up there. But I mean, I think adding some depth would be okay. I think that's more where they're probably looking. Don't know the status of Eric Murray. So now you're essentially down. If he can't play, you're essentially down 2 safeties because you had planned for Ransaw to be in there. They have nothing from the tight ends really in the pass game. That's an area that, I think it's going to be 2 more games before Brenton Strange can come back. And they have nothing in the middle of the field. If we're going to assume that they're going to operate with Brian Thomas numbers out, because it's just not working in the middle of the field with him, then they have really nothing in the middle of the field.
So would you be in favor of like a guy like Chigakonkwo? And I know it's an in-division kind of deal.
Right.
But here's the thing. Trevor has not had the best chemistry, is that fair to say, with Brian Thomas this year? Right?
Yeah.
And they have worked, even though Trevor got hurt last year, they still worked together for a large portion of the year.
Right.
They've worked together this offseason. They've worked together into the season, and the chemistry hasn't always been there. How likely is it that they can bring in a guy that hasn't worked with Trevor ever, and they get the chemistry to a point where he can make a significant impact on this passing game?
I think we're just talking the middle of the field there. So I'm not that's dump offs. That's, quick throws to the tight end in the middle of the field. I don't think that's anything working significantly, it's a little bit different when you're throwing those deep outs and the overs and all that other stuff. And you just need somebody there that can take some pressure off you and not make it to where your pass offense has to operate from the numbers out in order to be successful. Just give something in the middle of the field. And those are generally shorter, easier throws for the quarterback to make. So, from that standpoint, I think you could bring someone in and have them make a little bit of an impact there. Now, when Brenton Strange comes back, obviously in 2 more weeks.
Do you think he'll be, by the way, is that timeline? I know that's when he's eligible to return off of IR.
Yeah, I think he's on pace to be back after missing the 4 games.
Okay, so then is it worth it? Like, if you're not going to make a deal before this weekend's game, you go out and make a deal, Tony, for Chigakonkwo, and it's only 1 week before Brenton Strange is back. Is that
right? Like, I think it's unlikely they make a move at tight end because it does sound like Strange is on track to get back when they expect him to be back, right? So I think it's unlikely that they go that direction with it. I wouldn't be completely surprised if they brought in a wide receiver that could do a little bit of work for him over the middle of the field, right? But I don't know how many of those guys are available. I think where it's going to land is they don't make a move before the trade deadline is where I think it's going to wind up. As we were talking about before the show, they traded for a corner, right, like a couple weeks ago. They moved one corner out, brought another corner in. I think that's their trade deadline move. Right, like I think that's the change on the roster they're going to make between the start of the season and now. So I'm not expecting anything to happen. I know we had the opportunity last Friday to talk to Jimmy Smith, right? And the thing that Jimmy said that has been echoing in my head since he said it, like I thought about it through the weekend, watching games on Sunday, all this kind of stuff, was he talked about the first couple coaches he had in the NFL that told him, if you see the ball being released, you're late. Right? Like you have got to get your head downfield, and when you turn around, the ball is going to be on you. You got to be prepared for that kind of thing. And I think about what Brian Thomas Jr. and Trevor Lawrence, the chemistry between those guys has been so far this season. And I think there's been multiple opportunities where Trevor Lawrence has trusted he's coming open, and he's thrown it.
Yeah.
And Brian just hasn't made the play. Right? Like in those moments, it just hasn't happened. The chemistry between those two guys. And I do wonder what, with all the work that they've done together, I don't know what the long-term effects of that are going to be within this season as far as the trust between the two of them. If the quarterback is saying, I trust you, the ball is going to be there, and he's not making the play, how many times do you trust on that play? Especially if Travis Hunter, every time you throw it seems he makes a play. Right? Like eventually everything's going to kind of turn within the offense. Feels like the area that we're approaching right now with how Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be used, not because this is the way they want it to go, but out of necessity with where the player is at this point in his progress.
Yeah, and there's just a disconnect in the pass game in general. Trevor is not the most accurate guy. He's never been that 70% guy. Some of the receivers are not doing their job of a receiver, which involves catching the ball. So you've got the thing of, do they trust that the ball is going to be where it's supposed to be? And in some cases where I'm not going to get hammered, do they trust that they're all on the same page in what they're supposed to do and what route needs to be run and what adjustment needs to be made? And then on Trevor's part, do they trust, or from Trevor's perspective, when he throws the ball and he makes the good throw and he makes the right read, where's the trust level that it's going to be caught? Because you've got, 9, depending on where you look, what stat site, Brian Thomas has between 5 and 9 drops. Mm-hmm. And I would lean towards the higher end of that. And Parker Washington's dropping balls. Johnny Munt's had a drop. Hunter Long's had a couple of drops. De'Ami Brown's had some. There's just a general disconnect in it. So what you have to do is I don't want to say simplify, but you have to make that offense a little bit quicker, I think is the word, maybe. Yeah. Get through the progression. If you see, it's got to be, if this guy's open, if you have progression A, B, and C, and A is open, don't hesitate. Just fire it up there. And then from the receiver standpoint, like you said, hey, get in your break, get out of your break, turn around, look for the damn ball, and then catch it. Quit worrying about, what move I'm going to make and how many yards I'm going to get after this catch. Just catch the damn football first. But in order to do that as well, you got to start running the ball again. You got to make these defenses not sit back and tee off on a pass game, because that's what teams are going to do now. They're going to load, and they're not going to let you run it. So it's going to be, Trevor, you got to beat us. That's what defenses are going to do.
But there should be opportunities for that to happen, right? Like,
Correct.
if they're going to stack the box, it's almost like you're running it effectively. If they're saying, hey, we're going to focus on this, it's the same effect as if you had been running it and they've got to commit more players to stopping that. It opens something up. There's one less guy to cover in the secondary, maybe two on occasion.
But they've not been able to take advantage of that.
Totally.
That's what Houston did a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, whatever it was. And, they struggled until they hit that pass across the middle of the field late in the game to set up the game-winning touchdown.
All right, let's do this. Let's step aside. We'll come back. Let's talk about Travis Hunter's place offensively and defensively going forward. Tony brought up yesterday the question of the day, what are the final number projections you got? I don't know if we ever got to them, Tone, so I've got mine in mind, and we'll see how they match up with what you guys think Travis Hunter can do over the remaining 10 games of his rookie campaign. If you want to be a part of the program, 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. D-Rock the Pooh in studio here with us. I tweeted out a handsome picture of young Michael.
Go find that.
Yeah, you should. It's right there on my timeline on Twitter at MD_1010XL. I did not tag D-Rock in that one, so he has to go searching for it. But it's easy to find out there in the Halloween spirit. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
My dad, Randy Marion, has been in business for 35 years.
35 years of taking great care of your customers.
And our community. It has also been 35 years that my dad has been the king of price.
Yep.
So now's the time to fall into savings and drive in style in a brand new Cadillac.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They're all in stock and ready to drive today.
Come see us today at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
And don't forget,
tell them Jennifer sent you.
Plus tax type title $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Jaguars Today Thursday is towed by Cannons of Jacksonville for all your towing needs.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mocama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and lagers, matching memories and some Mocama magic is what it's all about. Mocama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mocama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
What does the logo on the Pittsburgh Steelers helmet signify? The answer next.
When you file a claim with Southern Oak Insurance, we schedule one of our trusted vendors to work directly with you, which means a faster claim resolution. Find out more at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The logo on the Steelers helmet represents the steel industry. It's the only NFL team with the logo on just one side.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Sawgrass Asset Management loves this time of year when two decorated teams meet in the world of college football. Every year, we relive the rivalry with great moments from both sides of the big game thanks to Sawgrass Asset Management, specializing in high-quality growth stock and fixed income portfolios for institutional and high-net-worth investors. A Jacksonville company proud to be involved in the community. That's Sawgrass Asset Management. Log on to saw-grass.com to find out more.
Congrats to former Georgia defensive lineman Freddie Gilbert and running back Sony Michel's induction into the Georgia-Florida Hall of Fame, Friday, October 31st, presented by Miller Electric. To attend the luncheon ceremony, go to flgajax.com/Hall of Fame.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. Jacksonville homes are selling, but it can take months, and it takes a price lower than you want. Well, getting top price means aggressive marketing, and Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive the demand to sell your home. And they have this unbelievable promise and guarantee. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. If you need to sell now, Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. You want max price? Chad and Sandy are going to aggressively market your home, and they're going to get it. Anthony and Mary in Palm Coast said, we wanted to move back home closer to family. Getting max price was more important than a fast sell, but we had only purchased our home last year, so we didn't have much equity. After just 23 days of aggressive marketing with Chad and Sandy, they sold our house at the price we needed to make the move. Call the Jacksonville experts you can trust, and I recommend. Call Chad and Sandy at 904-414-6200 or chadandsandy.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Mike DeRocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
D-Rock going all out
this much
for
is poo.
Halloween. Oh, they write themselves, don't they?
They really do.
That was very nice, though. Yeah, today's all about you, bro. Like, I don't know the last time I've had like a pleasant surprise. You know what I mean? Because I don't. You know what I mean? Seriously, like Tony will tell you, I'm curmudgeonly.
You are a little bit.
I don't want a present from anybody. I don't like people getting me things. That was a gift, though, that you walking in studio.
If you want, you can have this costume.
I don't know what is it gonna wear to my toe? Or, I mean, come on, bro. I got no chance to get into that thing. But thank you. I'll have the memories forever. You should stick it in the closet. At least hang on to it. In case, in case we want to all join you next year at some point.
Okay.
I might. I don't know.
You never know.
If it was something simple like that I could get for $20 on Amazon and it would fit and I could wear it.
Dude, some of those costumes that you can buy on Amazon are like $75. And I'm like, no chance.
No.
Like, what's the cheapest Winnie the Pooh I can find?
Right. I mean, I can't imagine what would it have had, like a head that you can actually pull down over your own head?
No, it was basically more like this, but looked
nicer.
Yes.
I think you look
One
great.
of them may have had a zipper. I don't even know.
Great.
Like a back zipper in the back. I don't know.
Hey, let me ask you guys. I don't like to be the guy, hey, we should bring back so-and-so, right? Because everyone wants to get the band back together, right? And think that everything's going to be the same as it was when it was that way, and it generally isn't. For years, people say, oh, we should bring back Mercedes, as a weapon in the passing game. And I'd always, he's not that guy. He's not a pass catcher anymore. But this is a regime that wants physical guys, at the point of attack. And outside of Brenton Strange, I didn't expect much in the way of the passing game out of Hunter Long and Johnny Munt as long as Strange was active. Should the Jags have been interested in a reunion with Mercedes Lewis instead of like a Quentin Morris or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they want to skew younger.
Yeah,
if they can.
I get it.
I
don't know if Quentin Morris is like a long-term fixture here.
No. But I mean, it would have been something that I would have investigated for sure, because the thing about Mercedes is I don't know what his blocking skills are now, but that really obviously was his strength.
I mean, in our lifetime, maybe the best blocking tight end that's played in the National Football League. I mean, one of them, anyway.
Yeah. But what Mercedes does give you, even if his skills have eroded a little bit, is, hey, whatever side Max Crosby's on, you motion over there and line up next to the tackle, and you two take care of Crosby, which, could free up the back for something more in the passing game or whatever. But, yeah, it would have been something I investigated.
And maybe that's just not the style they're looking for anyway.
Probably not.
Literally, Long, Munt, Quentin Morris, every single one of them listed at 243. Every single one.
And it's like 30 pounds lighter than Mercedes.
And
right?
Mercedes is about 270. Yeah, he's more of a 270 guy. Mercedes is always in tip-top.
Tall guy, too.
6'6".
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I hope for the best for him, obviously.
But he's like 74 years old or whatever.
He's 41, bro. This is his 20th year if he gets into a game as a position player. That is
he needs
hard to do.
4 games, I think, to get credit to be credited for a full season.
For a season,
So,
okay.
yeah.
He's on the Denver practice
Squad. They
now,
signed
so.
him yesterday or the day before.
All right. Well, the focus of what we want to get into here is Travis Hunter. Tony, you asked yesterday, what are your season-long projections? Travis Hunter coming in, averaging 4 catches a game.
Yep.
Right. He's had 298 yards in 7 games, so he's a little over 40 yards per game on those 4 catches. He scored 1 touchdown. How big of a boost did you give his numbers going forward?
A little bit. Nothing crazy. I don't think. I wound up, I think, 80 for just over 800 with 3 touchdowns, right? Like, I don't think the touchdown numbers are going to go boom just because he may be more a part of, that part of the field for the football team. I just don't think that's going to happen for him. But I do think, when we were trying to figure out what to ask yesterday, and I thought about just doing a question, who do you think will be the number 1 receiver for the team for the rest of the season? And I think so many people, with the way they feel about Brian Thomas Jr. right now, would have said Hunter, that I was like, okay, I don't know what we're going to get out of doing that kind of thing. But I do think it's interesting to think about, okay, if Hunter's going to be more featured in the offense than he has been to this point, what do we think that looks like? Right? Like on the field, what does that actually look like? And look, with the expectations we had for him going into the year, I felt like I might have been disappointed 3 weeks ago with how he would wind up getting used. But thinking about it now with the way that he's been used in the last couple of weeks, I'm like, I think he's going to get to right where I thought he was going to be, basically going into his rookie season. So I wound up with around 80 for just over 800, 818 and 3.
Yeah, I bumped him up to 4.5 a game. I mean, he's already getting 4 catches a game. I don't want to go crazy, though, because I don't want it all to be quick screen right at the line of scrimmage and go, you have to make 2 guys
There
miss.
will be a lot of that.
There'll be, right, but there's got to be more than that. Like, I feel like you look at the way Kansas City uses Rashee Rice, right? He runs a lot of different intermediate routes and shorter. They get the ball in his hands quickly, but they scheme up ways to get him the ball in space. They will hand it to him. They'll let him run reverses, direct snaps. I'm not saying you should be running Travis Hunter on 5 direct snaps a game.
Wildcat.
But in seriousness, you watch the way they use him, he's very difficult to game plan for because there's so many different ways they get him
You
the
don't know
football.
where he's coming at you from.
Yeah, and I think they can utilize Travis Hunter like that. So I put him at 4.5 a game, and I bumped it. He's at 10.6 yards per catch right now. That's gotta. If he becomes a little bit more feature, I think you're going to start seeing them push the ball down the field to him a little bit more.
Yes.
Not at the exclusion of that short stuff, but in addition to. So I bumped him up to 11.5 yards
about
per
what
catch.
I was thinking, yeah.
Right, not crazy. And I gave him 3 touchdowns going forward because I do think they'll come. I think the opportunities have been there. He could be sitting on 3 or 4 right now, right?
Yes.
If the connection had worked. So those numbers ended up, for me, adding to what he's already done, 73, which is close to what Tony's got for 816 and 4. So we're kind of in that same range.
I'm right with you because looking at it and just kind of thinking and realizing that he's going to be wide receiver 1 the rest of the way. I was at like 75, between 800 and 850 yards. And I actually think he's going to have 5 or 6 touchdowns by the time the season's over.
Total.
Yeah.
I got him at 4, so yeah, I don't think that's crazy.
We're all right in there on that. And I do think our expectations on Travis Hunter were probably out of whack offensively. Because the kid's learning the NFL offense, and I know he's a smart kid. He really is. And they raved about that. But Liam Cohen's offense, remember, Trevor was like, hey, this is the most complex offense I've ever played against. And he's played in a lot in the NFL. Let's remember that. So you're asking this kid to learn how to be a cornerback in the NFL, to learn the offense, to learn one wide receiver spot. I just think it was a lot. And we probably didn't realize maybe that we were being unrealistic on him.
But do you think the team feels that way too? Like that maybe they they're talking about, hey, revolutionizing the game of football.
Right. I don't know that they feel that way. They're happy with what he's doing. You know, if Trevor had made some more throws to him that were there and
those
open,
numbers could be
his numbers would be a little bit more significant. Would be much better.
Yeah, he might be like 35 for 400,
right?
or
and
something
he may have
with
three
touchdowns.
four
Yeah,
touchdowns
very
already.
easily.
So yeah, I think we were out of whack on what we expected. But now that they also thought Brian Thomas was going to be WR1. Now they've got to readjust. So now they're probably putting more on Travis than they probably should.
Let's talk about that dynamic and also what Travis Hunter's role will be, how large it will be on the defensive side of the ball. Is that an adjustment made in base packages? Will we see him on the field in two cornerback sets? So we'll get into that coming up with Mike DeRocco. If you want to get in on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines, 641-1010. We'll do the trick. Today's Chad and Sandy real estate question of the day, asking you which aspect of the Jags you have the most confidence in moving forward: passing offense, rushing offense, pass defense, or rush defense. This is Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. 1010XL is your home for play-by-play of Bishop Kenny football.
The Crusaders march into the season's final battle and try to tame the Stallions. Bishop Kenny at Providence, Thursday at 7 on 92.5 FM.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Jaguars Today, Thursday, is brought to you by
Cannons of Jacksonville.
Hey, Hicken here. Cooler weather right around the corner, but you can extend your swim season with Surfside Pools. This month, Surfside Pools offering 10% off new pool heaters or heater replacements and installation. Keep the good times rolling, no matter the season. Upgrade your pool heating system now for months of extra enjoyment. Only from Surfside Pools, the trusted name for expert pool service. Family owned and operated. Call 246-2666 or visit surfsidepools.net.
License number CPC 044080.
It's not girl talk, it's sports talk.
Let's talk football.
Tom McManus adds his helmet to the heels with Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl. Afternoons 2 to 4. Fought for you by Green Law Group on 1010XL.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here for Big Chief Tire. Right now, you can get 6-month financing through the CFNA credit card and $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. It's a smart way to handle big vehicle needs like new tires, brakes, or repairs without the upfront cost. With no interest for 6 months, there's never been a better time to schedule. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
When you need plumbing, septic, or air conditioning service, trust matters. That's why more homeowners in Jacksonville choose Duck Duck Rooter, the area's most trusted service company. We're licensed, insured, and the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida. From small plumbing repairs to major renovations, septic tank pump outs, drain field installations, and full air conditioning service, we do it all. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter. When you're stuck, call the duck.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow, mirrors cut exactly to your style, fogged or broken glass replaced, decorative tabletops, windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval!
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. I love Hello Smooth Med Spa, my go-to for skin health and beauty. Their biggest event of the year is November 19th, National Botox Day. Huge deals, local vendors, and it benefits Make-A-Wish. Don't miss it. Visit HelloSmooth.com for more details.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, why is it that when you look at how long a store has been in business, that it always seems to be the stores like Underwood's that sell fine quality that have been around the longest?
Frank, that's a question that really doesn't get asked a lot, but it should be.
There are a number of reasons, but probably the biggest is because of the endorsements our longtime customers and their pieces of jewelry have given us through the years. You see, when you sell really fine quality jewelry, that piece will last longer and always stay beautiful. It might stay in the same family for generations, and through those years of wear, a lot of compliments will be made and a lot of people will be told where the piece of jewelry came from. You see, at a store like Underwood's, it's our stated goal to be the best jeweler in the South, not the biggest, so everything we do and carry has to help move us toward that goal. And ultimately, it's the satisfied customers wearing fine quality jewelry that have kept Underwood's in Jacksonville since 1928.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Mike DeRocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
All right, D-Rock here with us. Breakfast Bowl coming up next hour. Michael traveling out to Vegas on Saturday for your coverage of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Somebody just a reply on Twitter. Everyone feeling good about the rush defense, about to have a really, really, really bad time on Sunday. Well, we'll see. Ashton Genty's averaging 4 yards a carry this year, and more often than not, he's been stymied. He had one big game against the Chicago Bears, which outside of that, he's got one game over a 4 yards per carry average all year. That rush offense has not been good.
No, and I think when you look at this defensive line for the Jags, it's fair to be disappointed with the sack numbers they have this season. You ought to be, right? With Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker, you ought to be disappointed with the sack numbers. They are and have been, for the last 3 or 4 years, two of the best edge run defenders in the league, right? Like they are, right? The effort they give you in that part of the game, it's not all that stunning to me that those two guys are still holding up their end of the bargain in that regard. Maybe you get a little bit surprised that the interior isn't getting pushed around nearly the way that it has the last couple of years in that specific part of the game, which is why the numbers show up that way. But I'm not surprised that Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker do a good job against the run. That's kind of where they start, right, with those guys. You're not getting the pass rush you want from them, but I haven't been disappointed with what they give you in the run game at all.
No, without question. And even Trayvon with the limited hand there, he's still that'll impact his pass rush maybe more than his run defense for sure.
All right, D-Rock, Travis Hunter in the cornerback room. What is it going to look like here? I know I don't consider that a massive lineup change if they're, playing Jordan Lewis as a nickel only when they have three corners on the field. Do you think they'll go that route, or do you think it'll be Monteric, Jordan Lewis in base defense? How will they look to get Travis Hunter more involved on defense?
I think it better be Greg Newsome and Jordan Lewis in base defense because you traded for Greg Newsome.
You did.
So he needs to get on the field.
Has he played as well as Monteric has?
He hasn't played anywhere near as much as I thought he would in like the second game here. So I don't know if he's played as well as Monteric has, but you traded him to be a starting corner, traded for him to be your starting corner. So I still think, Monteric would probably rotate in there with those guys, but I still think Travis Hunter's main role is going to be on the field in nickel. I don't think we're going to see him as a starter this year anyway. Not this year.
Do you think they need to utilize him more in high leverage situations? Like we talked about last week, how you got Devontae Adams, who's known to be a go-to guy inside the 5-yard line, right? You're not going to, when you're guarding him in those situations, you don't have to run all over the field to chase him. Do you think you'll see in more premium situations Travis Hunter being called upon to lock a guy down?
Yeah, I think we saw it against the Rams when they were in man late in the game. They had him matched up against Devontae Adams, and he had a nice pass breakup. So
by that time, though, the game was out of hand.
But the Rams were still going down the field with it.
No,
you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think we'll see that at times. I think they want to be careful that they aren't overloading him too much now defensively because they are going to need him so much on offense because he is wide receiver one.
You overloading him what, mentally or physically?
Physically. there's no question that he is one of the most physically gifted players they have, and his conditioning is unreal. It's unreal. He's just phenomenal. He can handle it. But it's a long season. It's different than college, and you have to be careful. Everything is new. Like, there's no playbook on how you're supposed to do this because no one's done it before. So they're kind of feeling their way through it a little bit, and they don't want the kid to get hurt either. And if he's hurt, your offense just will not function at this point.
Do you think, or in your opinion, did you expect to see him more at this point on defense than he has played?
Yes, I thought for sure, because everything you hear is that he may be their best corner.
Natural corner. He's
elite ball skills, and that would work in there. But they feel like they needed him more on offense. And I mean, that has proven to be true at this point. And they can get by with Monteric and now with Newsome and Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis played out of his mind all camp, and certainly through the first month of the season. They're exceptionally happy with what he's done. So,
do you feel like he's tailed off, or he's just not making the splash plays the last few weeks?
I think part of it is the lack of turnovers, but he's been solid. I mean, really, really solid. And his leadership in the room has been phenomenal from what I've been told. So they're not unhappy with what they're getting.
I wouldn't imagine they're unhappy with it.
So,
no.
But I think you could argue that the entire defense's play has slipped off just because they're not getting the turnovers. And I think the turnovers, which we all said, this isn't sustainable. This pace isn't sustainable.
Well, especially if
ourselves.
If one of your only two legit pass rushers is playing with a handicap.
Right.
And you can't get that consistent pressure, and you're not getting sacks. I mean, the pressures have been there pretty much. I think Josh Hines Allen's like 6th in the league in pressures generated, but some of the, that could be a positive, but that ball still comes out.
Yes.
And that can also, just because you got pressure on the quarterback doesn't mean they can't make a play off of that. Again, that's why, you see a guy like Myles Garrett this week on a team that's trailing the whole game, go out and get 5 sacks. That's what a $40 million a year pass rusher looks like.
Right. And Drake May still had close to 300 yards in that game and 3 touchdowns.
Well, I mean, Myles Garrett's basically like a one-man wrecking crew out there. He's
right.
5 sacks.
Right.
Unbelievable.
I'll tell you this. If Max Crosby has 5 sacks on Sunday, they ain't winning that game. No chance.
No, I agree with that. Agree with that. Let's make sure Max Crosby doesn't wreck the day. All right, hour 2 coming up. We got our 10-10 take. Got the Breakfast Bowl. Got a lot coming your way. Let us know what you are the most confident in when it comes to the Jags' offense, defense, pass game, run game. Which of those 4 categories you have the most confidence in moving forward for the rest of the season? This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL. Real fans know there's more to a championship team than offense and defense.
Plus the kicker, honestly, is like one of the most important guys on the team.
Each week, Superior Plumbing spotlights the special teams player of the game on 1010XL.
I know 2 brothers whose minds are always in the gutters.
Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Kevin.
We are the Good Brothers.
That's good with an E.
From Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters.
We install 6 and 7-inch seamless gutters, plus we repair and replace roofs, pool enclosures, and super gutters.
We are the Good Brothers, veteran-owned and local.
Visit goodbrothersroofsandgutters.com.
License number CCC 1334384.
Good Brothers Roofs and Gutters.
You're locked into Jaguars Today Thursday with Cannons of Jacksonville.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Loggeman, and we bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Why wait for a reason to send flowers? Celebrate life's little wins, or just celebrate you. Stop into the showroom on Beach and Southside, or online at JacksonvilleFlowerMarket.com. Jacksonville Flower Market. We make every day bloom.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their REME Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
Leonard Skinner is coming home, and they're bringing the Stars and Stripes. Celebrate Southern rock and American pride with Leonard Skinner Rocks the Red, White, and Blue. It's a special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of our armed forces.
Singing songs about Southland.
Saturday, November 8th at Daly's Place. Tickets on sale now, only at Ticketmaster. Daly'sPlace.com for details. Be there when Skinner rocks for those who serve.
I love my propane company. They always answer when I call and give me great prices and fast service. Said no one ever.
Until now. Need propane for your home or business? Seabreeze Propane is bringing the propane as North Florida's new local propane provider. Visit SeabreezeLP.com.
Seabreeze Propane. We make propane cool, brother. Oh, yeah.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
I'm Max Fink with your 1010XL local sports update. This weekend's Florida vs. Georgia game could be a lot closer than expected regardless of a lopsided rankings matchup. Georgia's offense has struggled this season, not eclipsing 33rd in the country in any offensive category. Meanwhile, Florida's defense has proven to be stout all season. Both teams will play hard for a rivalry game, and the Gators may have a little extra spark under interim head coach Billy Gonzalez. It's 59 degrees at 11:02. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Mike DeRocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
All right, D-Rock's made it through an hour and has not shed the Winnie the Pooh garb, so I'm very proud of him. I think you can make it, D-Rock. How you feeling? Temperature okay?
Yeah, actually, it's not. I shut that blind down there and dropped it a little bit. So.
It actually came down when I moved it down on the thermostat.
So, yeah, I appreciate you thinking of my
I want to keep you in full regalia.
Have you broken a sweat yet?
No, no sweat yet.
You're fine.
I'll be all right.
Get the honey sweats. You do. You knew. And now you have to walk into Publix.
No, I don't have to walk in.
You have to walk into Publix and go buy some honey.
No, I don't. I'm going
come
straight
on.
to the Jags facility right after this. Not in this.
What?
No. No.
Man,
no,
Excuse me.
No.
Do you
no.
have any honey?
I'll give you $20 to go wear that to whatever presser you're covering today. $20. Gotta pay for the whole costume. Buy yourself an upgrade.
What's in it for me?
$20.
That's not enough.
Not enough.
I'll give you a gift card I got.
With 2?
I have no idea. Just pick one. I got 6 of them.
He's got 6 gift cards. You can have one.
I'm good.
All right. Fair enough.
I appreciate the offer.
Dylan, what we get to today's 10-10 take?
10-10
take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take. Brightened up by First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Brightened up by D-Rock mostly, but First Coast Paint as well. We ask you today, what do you have the most confidence in, basically, moving forward? The passing offense, the rushing offense, the pass defense, the rush defense. I mean, clearly, the run defense has been the best group where they rank statistically. Jags on offense, both sides of offense, rank 14th in the National Football League. So right there in the middle, not terrible, not great, right? But they were, first couple weeks of the season, number 1 running offense.
They led the league in rushing,
right?
yeah.
And for the first month, basically no one laid a finger on Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
Either. So did they take enough advantage of that? You can debate that. Pass defense is ranked 26th in the league. The rush defense is 6th overall. And look, I get it. Ashton Genty, we would have been excited if the Jags had drafted him, but the Jags this year have given up 100 yards rushing in 2 games. And granted, they still count, but without the quarterback numbers rolled in there, like Bryce Young had 40 in week 1, and they gave up 113, right? So the running backs, they held in check for the most part. And by the way, look at what Rico Dowdle has been doing this year, right? And I get it. Chuba was the starter then, but Dowdle got touches as well. And then against Kansas City, Mahomes ran for 60. They had 158 in that game. Those are the only games that they've given up triple figures. I think they can keep Ashton Genty in check this week. I expect him to get 20 carries, but I think that you can keep him under 100 yards. He has shown that he has not had the breakaway runs. He's had one really big game. He's had another pretty good game, and the rest have been just okay. I think the Jags' run defense, to me, is in a pretty good spot going into this game, and I easily have the most confidence in that aspect of the team to this point. And, unless they make significant changes, and I see it with my own eyes, Tony, I don't know if that's going to change for me.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. That would be the way that I would vote in today's question is the run defense, because that has been the best of the 4 to this point for the team. So I haven't seen anything to make me change my mind on that being the best. And looking specifically at the matchup this week against Genty, I would not be surprised if the last 2 weeks in Vegas, with the way that he's been used to this point in his rookie season, if there are a bunch of people in Vegas that are like, well, this is the week where they finally feature him, right? 25 carries. They're just going to feed him. It's time, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the way the fan base is reacting to how Ashton Genty's been used to this point this season for the Raiders. I don't know how likely that is this week, especially with Brock Bowers being back in. I think from a Jaguars perspective, the matchup of how do they do anything with Brock Bowers versus how do they stop Genty is a much bigger issue for the outcome of this football game. I don't know how they defend Brock Bowers.
But if you let Genty become that problem, then you got a whole other set of issues on your hands.
No doubt.
Because he hasn't been that. And to your point about the workload, he has had 20 attempts twice this year. And, I mean, look, first game out of the gates, 19 for 38.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
No, 11 for 43. 17 for 63. None of these are particularly good games. And granted, they don't have anybody to back you off in the passing game. They've been playing without Jacoby Myers. It's not a big, deep threat. I mean, Trey Tucker had one big game earlier this year, and, he can stretch the field, and you don't want him to slip behind your defense. But I'm with Tony. Brock Bowers a lot more concerning to me. Brock Bowers, Max Crosby, way far in front of Genty. And in terms of the quarterback rushing numbers, you can ask, well, isn't Geno kind of a mobile-ish quarterback? You see him move. He moves around pretty well, but doesn't really run for much. I'm looking at his numbers this year. He's had 3 games where he's had 10 yards rushing with a high of 31. And that came in the Chicago game where they lost 25-24. Genti had his biggest game of the year. Chicago didn't play a whole lot of defense. And so, again, if the Jags haven't given up to the quarterback position, they haven't really let a team run it down their throat this year.
No, and you mentioned this. Those two guys can't be – they can't both have big games. Both those guys have big games, then you're losing that game. I think if Jaguars are you have to limit one, and the one that's probably easier to limit, if there is such a thing, would be Genti.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But I thought you meant like Bowers and Crosby.
Oh, no. Offense from the
just
defensive
the offensive
standpoint.
Guys. Yes.
Yeah. If all 3 of those guys have a good game,
well, here's
you're dead.
Like how important. It's crazy that we're at a point where, at least for me, I'm like, man, I really hope Devin Lloyd can bring his coverage skills to the fore this week. I mean, coming into this year, that'd be the one you'd be like, well, that's not going to work. Right. And then he was so spectacular, limited in practice. What's the trend line tell you? Do they hope or expect to have him on the field this week?
I think they're hoping. I think for him to be on the field, you have to be careful with the calves, though, as we've seen, because those things can all of a sudden turn into an Achilles.
Yeah.
If you do not take care of those. So, see how he progresses the rest of the week. But they're optimistic.
I mean, look, he's on the field in some capacity on the first day of the practice schedule.
Yeah.
That's somewhat of a positive.
Look, we've seen matchups in the past where the Jags were getting ready, say, for Kelsey, right? And it's like, well, that's the Rayshon Jenkins game. He's going to be on him the whole time. I don't think they have any.
I don't have the confidence that Dewey can stay with him.
Right. Like it's the matchup is so difficult to foresee exactly how Jacksonville even wants to approach it. With Brock Bowers this week, because they don't have a guy. Like, I don't think you put Travis Hunter on Brock Bowers.
Well, I'd love to see it, though.
You know what?
I'd
love to see it in certain situations.
Yes.
In a key 3rd and long, and
maybe
you give
him help over the top.
But to not let him get that quick release off the line of scrimmage, I could absolutely see
when he's not lined up on the end of the line of scrimmage, it would make sense that they would match him up that way a little bit.
Athletically, Antonio Johnson might be your best chance, but here's a guy who doesn't play that many reps, and to ask him to go in and cover one of the toughest covers at tight end in the league the whole game, I mean, you may have to, right?
Right.
That's
and at some
facts
point,
of the matter.
we may see Rayon Lane back there.
I mean, we may. They're thin.
They're
their
very
options
thin.
are their options. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Doesn't look like Eric Murray's going to be available this week.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, he wasn't out there.
Not right. Coming out of the bye when you missed the first full practice entirely.
Anything with Jordan Lewis being limited yesterday?
No. I don't get the sense that that's going to be a problem for Sunday. Very good.
All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. It's time to go drafting with the Breakfast Bowl for week number 9. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. He's Jacksonville's official tape checker.
I'm Jeff Lodman.
And he tells you about it Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Inspected by. Go to the pros Napa know-how. JacksNapaAutoCareGroup.com on 1010XL.
Jacksonville, hunting season is here, and nobody gears you up like Green Acres Sporting Goods, home of the largest archery pro shop in Northeast Florida. They've got everything for all seasons: archery, black powder, and general gun season. Green Acres is a fully stocked Browning dealer with ammo, accessories, and safes. Don't miss out on Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday, happening now through the end of the year. Gear up today at greenacresporting.com.
Jaguars Today Thursday is hitched to Cannons of Jacksonville for all your towing needs.
Hey Jacksonville, Rick Ballou here. Looking for a brand new truck? Right now, Crew Cab Ram trucks start at just $38,900 at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram West Side. And every new retail purchase comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost. From tough Ram trucks to adventure ready Jeeps, they've got the perfect ride waiting for you. Stop by Commonwealth Avenue or shop online at jackswest.com. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram West Side, proud partner of the Jaguars.
Time for a lane change. I'm Lauren Brooks, shifting gears on the hottest sports debate. Let's drive down Lauren's Lane in a Mazda. This is luxury. This is Mazda at the Avenues. Afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
It's holiday season and it's not too late to find the perfect spot to celebrate with your team. Fourscore is a place that brings the energy, where great food, craft drinks, and unreal vibes meet cutting-edge full-swing simulators. Don't play golf? Do not worry. With over 40 interactive games, Fourscore has something that everyone will enjoy. Perfect for company outings, birthdays, and even private events that go beyond the ordinary. With locations in historic San Marco and centrally located Gate Parkway, Fourscore is ready to make your next celebration unforgettable. Hit the easy button and book your event today at fourscoregolf.com.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic floors, where every step is fantastic.
Duval Fence is looking for the best in fence installers. Check out DuvalFence.com right now and fence in a great job opportunity. From estimates to installers, they're looking for you right now. Log on to DuvalFence.com for all the details. Equal opportunity employer.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval Drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval!
Joe C. here. Want to win 3 free nights up in Nashville for the Titans game? Come stay where I'll be staying at the Omni Nashville, right in the heart of the action. Just text GAME to 641-1010 and you're in to win 3 nights. That's GAME to 641-1010.
This is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Tired of your hair falling out? Our hair restoration solutions have helped over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or go to hairforme.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and beautiful people all across the world. Oh, let's get ready for the Breakfast Bowl Challenge!
Mike DeRocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
We got to get him back up on the main screen there.
Do we?
For the folks who are streaming.
There we go.
One more time, because the rumor is you're going to switch into jeans to go cover a press conference. There we go. Thank you. Can we?
You don't
want to
explain that
We can
to
get
the whole room when you get downtown?
With the Winnie the Pooh head on?
No, we can't. Like, look, the photos out there. Look. It's not. This has been fun.
Mike has a good sense of humor.
Yeah, I do. And there's too many people in our business that
bro.
take ourselves way too seriously.
Absolutely.
Have fun
Like
with
Tony.
this stuff.
Yeah.
No.
No?
He's not one of them.
All right. By the way, thanks to Dandy. I could have, Dandy, if we had timed this up better, could have got off pretty cheap on the old breakfast bowl this week. Some cinnamon swirl sausage sandwiches, which we'll be telling you about. One of Dandy's newest items. Find them in Daly's locations all over town, but suitable for breakfast bowling.
Yeah.
If nothing
I heard
else.
Jacko enjoying it while I was walking through the main room a few minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Be better with some honey.
I'm sure it would. Just dip
Wouldn't
that right in.
anything.
I'd Winnie the Pooh the hell out of that thing.
All right, I have no idea what I'm doing in the Breakfast Bowl. Tony, give us a quick recap,
Yeah,
please.
I won the week with 92.16 points. Dylan finished second, 82.61. D-Rock third, 70.08. And Dempsey brought breakfast for us this morning, 65.18 points last week.
I honestly don't know what to do here. I got so many different ways I could go. I'm just going to take Lamar Jackson.
Somebody.
Start with that, I
Tell
guess.
somebody I know something.
And honestly, I don't know if that's right, but I'm taking Lamar tonight.
He was on the list. I didn't know what to do with him either. I was probably in the same spot you were.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great matchup.
Yeah.
You know, despite...
He's
on my
back.
list.
He's supposedly himself
Healthy.
coming back again. It's Miami. I get it. Yeah.
Prime time.
Yep.
And they won last week. I think they're sitting there thinking they're going to win that division.
Yeah.
You know, and they're going to be 1-5 to division champs. They're now, what are they, negative money?
Yeah, they're minus 110.
Minus 110 in Vegas. So, but
And they're 2
Pittsburgh's
games back.
still like minus 170, I think, something like that, aren't they?
I
Are they
didn't see
not?
that. I thought they're plus like 200.
Oh, are they plus?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And they're in first place. That's kind of crazy. D-Rock, who are you taking?
I'm going to take Tyrone Tracy.
Okay.
Tyrone.
Yeah. I figure we'll have more opportunities to get him on board this
All right,
year.
my guy for the Chargers, the running back, Kimani
Vidal. He was the other guy I thought about taking first. For sure, but I got some running back options. Tony?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Do it. Let's go Pooh.
Yeah. I will go
Winnie the Pooh, that is.
Daniel Jones.
He was number 2 quarterback on my list.
And let's see.
Dun, dun.
There's some Raiders NFL theme music.
Yeah.
The autumn wind is a
And
radar.
I will go
Pillaging just for fun.
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
All right. He'll knock you down and spin you around. Laugh when he's conquered and won. Denmark. Come on, E.
Michael Pittman Jr.
Pittman. If I hadn't used him, would have loved it this week. It's Pittsburgh. Man, he's that touchdown catch. I've watched that highlight from last week probably 50 times.
Yeah.
This week. What a snatch that was, man. Unbelievable.
No doubt.
He's good.
I mean, he's very touchdown dependent this year, but he's scoring a bunch. Yeah. So, all right, D-Rock, Pittman gone.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Where am I looking here?
I don't know.
I'm going to go with Matt Stafford.
Stafford. Interesting choice since I had a quarterback. You could have waited on that. All right.
Hey, D-Rock, I do the same thing. Don't let him get to you.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm
Really
not
not.
getting to anybody this year.
Not worried about it.
I'm going to take Trey McBride because I know Dylan can take him. And
Yeah.
I want to get him against
Do that.
Dallas on Monday Night Football.
Big D.
Big D, lack a D. And then, good lordy, let me get me some Jackson Smith and Jigba.
They call him JSN.
They do call him JSN. It's been known to go by his initials. Michael the Pooh.
Yes.
Who would you like?
I'm going to go with Rashee Rice, please.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was on the list for sure.
He was good last week.
He's been good 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I beat a team this week that think about this going in. Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson. Thank you to RJ Harvey, Travis Hunter,
Right.
Not this week, but Rashee Rice and Chimere DK of the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
And they all came through huge. All right, Rice is off the board. Dylan Denmark.
It's a great question. Okay.
It wasn't a question.
He just presented your name.
Named you. Stated your name.
Yeah, you said my name as
Dylan
if, like, who do you want to
Denmark?
pick? And I'm like, hi.
Dylan Denmark.
All right, I
Who
don't
would you
care.
like?
Tyler Warren.
He says, I don't care.
Tyler Warren. Oh my God,
Tyler.
I got a lot of Colts.
If you don't care, then
Oh, they are playing outside. It's
I've
freezing.
heard it could be
freezing
chilly.
cold.
It could be chilly. A certain
I might have messed up.
evening host here thinks that the Colts are at a major disadvantage
They're
if the game is
playing
played
in
in the
temperature
60s.
in the mid 50s to low 60s.
Unbelievable. All right. Tony Smith, this is like the most dragged out breakfast bowl of all time.
I will go Chase Brown and Kareem Hunt.
I want a Kareem Hunt.
Not no more.
No, which is partially why I did not take Rashee Rice. All right. Dylan Denmark, back to you.
We Waddle tonight.
Okay. D-Rock.
Let me have George Kittle, please.
George Kittle. All right. I will take Devon Achane. Give me Travis Hunter.
I was going to do it. I said I'll pass.
Travis Hunter. Start the second half of the season the right way. D-Rock, need a flex.
ETN.
Woo. All right.
Loading up. It can only mean one thing here. Dylan needs a QB.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nick Mullins. Come on down.
You funny. Let's go. I'm going to go Mahomes.
Okay. Tony, tight end.
I will go Zach Ertz.
All right.
Wasn't he on the injury report yesterday?
No.
Hope so. All right. Here's what we got. I got Lamar Jackson and Devon Achane both tonight. I got JSN, Trey McBride, and Travis Hunter. And I get points for all the pass breakups, too. D-Rock has Matthew Stafford, Tyrone Tracy, Rashee Rice, George Kittle, and Travis Etienne dipping into that Jaguar pool there. Surprised he didn't take Brock Bowers, to be honest with you. Denmark goes Patrick Mahomes, Kamani Vidal, Michael Pittman Jr., Tyler Warren, and Jalen Waddle. Tony Smith goes Daniel Jones, Chase Brown, DK Metcalf, Zach Ertz, and Kareem Hunt. And
I would have taken Bowers had I not already used him.
Oh, had you?
Yes.
Had you already used him? I don't think I
Yes.
have. But,
Ertz was on the injury report, but it was non-injury. It was just a Veterans Day off.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Veteran, aged
Rest day.
body, can't keep up with the
He's an old
rigors
man.
of the NFL anymore. Zach Ertz has been pretty good for fantasy. This is how I watch fantasy football, how pathetic this is. Monday night, I'm playing against the same team, right? We play with defensive players that had Taylor and Bijan and CMC, and it was neck and neck. He had Kelsey, I had Rice on Monday, and they're both going nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't take the lead until Rice's touchdown, but at the end, Zach Ertz, Mariota throws an interception. Zach Ertz made the tackle on the interception. That's 1 point for your boy.
Wow.
Right there.
Dynasty's the best.
It really is, right? Like, I love those little cheap points, but I won by 6, so it wouldn't have mattered, but
Right.
that is
Every point helps.
the pathetic state I'm in when I'm watching football these days. All right, let's take a little early break here. Breakfast Bowl in the books. Let's get back to the Jags versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Coming up, we'll check in on today's question of the day poll as well. Coming out of the bye, which unit on the Jaguars do you feel the best about moving forward? Pass offense, rush offense, pass defense, or rush defense? We'll talk about, I think we agree, rush defense, statistically at least, far and away the number one. What else do we have confidence in that the Jags can get done? D-Rock expressing some in Travis Etienne this week. So we'll get into that when we return in a moment. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Door Studios. Superior products, exceptional service. After a bye and a breather, the Jags get ready to rock the desert. It's blackjack, blitzes, and big plays as they roll the dice against the Raiders. Find out who's all in. It's a full house of football. Viva la Jaguars. Sunday at 4 on the home of the Jags, 1010 XL.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Jaguars Today Thursday is towed by Cannons of Jacksonville.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Pick it here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
When you need plumbing, septic, or air conditioning service, trust matters. That's why more homeowners in Jacksonville choose Duck Duck Rooter. From small plumbing repairs to major renovations, we do it all. Visit DuckDuckRooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Congrats to former Florida Special Teams ace Brandon James and safety Todd Johnson's induction into the Florida Georgia Hall of Fame. Friday, October 31st, presented by Miller Electric. To attend, go to flgajax.com/Hall of Fame.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, the cool down coinciding with D-Rock taking off his woolen blanket, a.k.a. his Winnie the Pooh.
It's freaking freezing in here.
See? You need that thing on, man. It's a damn shame. That would have been epic for you to go down there. And who's talking today? Coordinators today?
Yeah, they've already gone, actually. So I just have open locker room to do.
So gotcha.
Probably could have survived the press conference. Don't think
Maybe
I'd
not so
survive
much the open locker room. You could have fit in well in the Miller Electric Center, but not necessarily amongst the players.
You know, well, I don't know. Maybe I will put it on to go back.
I think it'd be fantastic if I see video of that. That $20.
We also
still
the
stands.
pictures of Trevor as Fred Flintstone a couple days ago.
That's right.
So
yeah.
Trevor can go as Fred. Why can't you go as Pooh or Winnie? All right. Why don't we let Tony take us around the NFL?
Now, gems around the NFL. Brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
Carolina quarterback Bryce Young was a full participant in practice yesterday for the Panthers after missing last week. Atlanta quarterback Michael Penix Jr. was limited in practice on Wednesday as he continues to work through the knee bone bruise that kept him out against Miami. Minnesota has announced that J.J. McCarthy will get the start for them this week at quarterback. The Vikings also signed John Wolford to their practice squad. Denver is not expected to place cornerback Patrick Surtain on IR due to the pectoral strain, with the hope that he will only have to miss 3 games. Washington has ruled out Terry McLaurin for this week against Seattle due to his re-aggravating his quad injury that he had on Monday night. He re-aggravated the injury in his return. Chicago has signed defensive back Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and the New York Jets are trading corner Michael Carter II and a 2027 7th-round pick to the Philadelphia Eagles for wide receiver John Mechie III and a 2027 6th-round pick in return.
Yeah, Patriots fans think big moves are coming. They've cleared a lot of cap space in the last few days. They have the most, I think, in the league currently. So we'll see what goes down. They keep talking about running back up there. I mean,
well, why don't you give it to Travion Henderson?
Why don't you let him try? I mean, he had, I think, 10 carries for 75 yards. Ramondre Stevenson's got a toe issue.
Yeah, I saw they were sniffing around Chuba Hubbard. I think I saw.
Why do we think Vrabel doesn't like Travion Henderson?
I don't know. Maybe he's
that's weird.
I don't
right?
know. I mean, they are the ones who selected him, but sometimes you get a guy, and I don't know. Maybe it's just he just hasn't clicked yet. I couldn't tell you.
I guess.
You know, I haven't been part of it, but they did sign Dearness Johnson, among others, to the practice squad. So there's a legit chance Ramondre doesn't play in the short term. We'll see. I don't know. Carolina might like to move off that Chuba Hubbard contract. I mean, they just gave him a pretty big one last year, and they've demoted him now, essentially.
Yeah.
Understandably.
With the way Rico is playing.
Right. All right. Let's get to a little Trevor, or do you want to
I was just saying the mention of Dearness Johnson reminds me of last year's game at the Raiders when it's 4th and 11, and Mac Jones throws a dump down to him for like 3 yards, ends up 4 yards short of the first down. I was like, well,
we only needed to break 6 more tackles.
Right, yeah.
And it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Everything would have been fine. Here's Trevor speaking yesterday, said that the bye week was an opportunity for this team to fix some problems.
The things that we've talked about that we knew, that we've known are problems, I guess, that we haven't done well are evident that we need to improve on. I think when you take a step back from it, though, and really look at it for what it is, yes, we need to improve, we need to get better, and we haven't played to our standard, but it's very, correctable things and things that I know that we can execute and can do well, and we can be a really good offense. So we haven't done that to this point. We haven't played a complete game, but feel very optimistic about where we're heading, the direction we're going, everyone being on the same page. I think that's a big thing, which was good for the open week, to get on the same page, to talk about some stuff, what we need to get better at, what we need to correct. And I really feel confident, optimistic moving forward, and like this unit is going to really make the improvements, and obviously starts with me, and I'm excited for another opportunity.
Well, it's better than saying there's no way we can fix this, right? But it does drive me crazy to hear these are all correctable things, and
better not be 8 penalties this week then.
That's the thing that they need to correct more than anything, right? The mental issues, the penalties, the not getting the playoff on time or not getting the play in on time, whatever, blown assignments.
Lining up wrong.
All that stuff.
Illegal motion.
Totally within your control. It might have been Daniel Griffiths. I saw some numbers somebody put out that Jags have the worst average yards to go on first down. It's more than 10 yards on average on first down, and over 7 yards on third down on average that they face. They're like 31st and 30th in the league, so almost dead last in both categories. So
you see those kind of numbers, and you're like, how'd they win 4?
Right.
Like some of these numbers.
They got a bunch of turnovers.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's remarkable some of the numbers that they've hit this season. You can look at these with the screen game specifically. They're one of the most inefficient teams in the league.
Yes.
When they run screen. But it's a big part of what they do on offense. It's a part of what Liam Cohen wants to do with their passing game, is to get it in the screen game. They've just been pretty bad at it. Trevor Lawrence was also asked about the issues that they've had in the screen game to this point this season.
Couple times defenses, they sniff out some screens. That's happened just a few times to us, and so it's either a throwaway or tackle at line of scrimmage. That just happens when you run screens occasionally. And then some other ones, execution things. Maybe it's not the right landmark by whoever's catching it. Maybe it's the throws a little bit on the wrong shoulder, so we don't hit it, increase it right on time to set up the blocks. Maybe a offensive lineman got hung up inside. There's so many different things that can happen. But saying all that is, it's just on us to execute cleaner, all the time on those screens, because there's some big opportunities for us. And it's something that we got to be better at, and I think we know how we need to improve and the different factors that have kind of come up in the past few weeks when we have maybe had some plays left out there.
It seems like one of the simplest plays to execute, right? And I think this is part of the problem, Tony, is that it's not just one thing. It's not just Trevor's off the mark or this guy's missing a block. It's any given play. It's the next one. So, yes, is it correctable? What is the likelihood that every aspect of a play that is breaking down is going to get corrected? Because let's get past the fallacy that you're going to fix a bunch of stuff on the bye week. They didn't practice last week. Right? It's correct. You didn't get an extra week of practice. Yeah. You get like an extra day of practice.
I don't even think they did anything on the Tuesday either.
No.
And then they were cut loose.
Right. So can the coaching staff self-evaluate and do it? Sure, but the players are getting away. You know, mentally, they're going to come back, and are they going to be a different group? Well, hopefully they're tighter in what they're doing, and they're not making some of these mental errors, Mike. But I feel like, you know, again, you get halfway into the season. At what point are you that kind of team that just is going to make a lot of these mistakes? Maybe already you are that.
I don't know what else their identity would be other than a team that shoots themselves in the foot consistently. That is what they are right now. If you said, what's the best way to describe the Jags, I would say it's a team that keeps hurting themselves and they can't get out of their own way. That's who they are. Now, they had a great game in terms of penalties against Kansas City. That's the aberration.
Right.
I mean, every
and
other
Kansas
game.
City had a terrible game in that category, which is also the aberration.
Yeah, so it was just a weird game. So,
but hey, not downgrading the win at all. It was fantastic
not at all.
To get
no, they won the game. Look, but this team can't overcome a lot of stuff. Their margin for error, this is so familiar because we've been saying it for years, their margin for error is so small that it's hard to sit there and be like, okay, 1st and 15 again. Okay, 2nd and 12 because of a hold on again.
Yeah, now you're like, all right.
But that's been the weird thing about how they've gotten to 4 and 3. They've been able to overcome it because that's the only way they can win.
True.
Well, right? Like they keep shooting themselves in the foot and then finding a way. Like we've seen the big play to Travis Hunter downfield on that 3rd down. Right? Like that was because they had a penalty on 1st down. You know, they've been able to overcome it at times. What they aren't is a team that ever plays it clean. Right? We don't know what this team looks like when they play it clean. We know that they've found a way in some situations where they've been really sloppy to this point this season. They've been able to overcome their own sloppiness at times, but we don't know what this team looks like when they play clean.
No, we have a little bit of an idea based on Kansas City, but I would say they overcame it. The defense overcame that offense with all the turnovers they forced. So that was able to really kind of give them,
no doubt.
You know, they're not getting short fields anymore the last 2 weeks.
No.
So now you've got to drive the length of the field. So can't be 1st and 15 again. Just can't do it. And and that's who they are at this point.
Let's take our final time out here. If we have time on the other side, we'll hear Trevor Lawrence weighing in on Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter. We'll get Mike DeRocco's thoughts on where the Jags stand heading out to Vegas this weekend as we put a bow on this Thursday on Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Celebrating 30 years in Jax Beach. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn is your go-to for cash on the spot. They buy gold. Huge sale on firearms all month. Save during Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday with no sales tax on firearms. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Jaguars Today, Thursday.
Brought to you by Cannons of Jacksonville.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Jacksonville, are you ready? The college basketball season is tipping off soon with an epic in-state showdown. The defending national champion Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes go head-to-head in the Jacksonville Hoop Showdown. Be there Sunday, November 16th at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena and witness this in-state rivalry live. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com. It's Florida versus Miami right here at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, November 16th. Ticketmaster.com.
Hume Flowers announces their home holiday decorating team is now taking orders for the holiday season. This is JJ with 1010XL. No more hassling with tree buying, untangling, and hanging burned out lights. Call on Hume Flowers, they'll do it all.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
Hey folks, this is Denny Thompson, and when it comes to protecting my home, I turn to Tyson, the leaders in state-of-the-art home security right here in Jacksonville. Their AI cameras and smart doorbells are top-notch, keeping an eye on what matters most. Whether you're moving in or upgrading, Tyson offers flexible packages, rent or own, with specials on the first 3 years. Ramp up now for the holidays, the perfect gift for you or someone you love. Call Tyson today at 590-7979 for details.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Your home deserves more than just another coat of paint. It deserves quality that lasts. At First Coast Paint, you'll find premium Benjamin Moore products, trusted advice, and the local experts who help you get it right the first time. Whether it's your living room, your porch, or your whole house, First Coast Paint brings your paint project to life. Stores in St. John's and St. Augustine. One name Jacksonville trusts. Mention 1010XL for 10% off. First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Tired of roofers who never answer the phone and just use AI?
I'm Morgan Conley, the People's Roofer. I answer every call. No robots, no runaround. I'm born here, built here, staying here. Visit MorganConleyRoofing.org.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. It's a Mike DeRocco Thursday on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
All right, got a lot we would like to try and squeeze in here. Let's see what we can. D-Rock, what are the 3 biggest needs of the Jags? Like, if you were to add something right now to shore up this football team, whether it's trade deadline or just, street free agent, whatever. Where does the roster need the most help?
Yeah, and this is what I would say what their 3 biggest needs are going into the offseason, too. It's wide receiver, interior defensive line, and safety.
Okay. Well, Bill Barnwell hit 1 out of 3. Bill Barnwell over at ESPN puts the Jags in a category of, I think, better off standing pat, should take a neutral approach. He ranks every team and where they are and how aggressive they need to be. He lists their 3 biggest needs. Tight end. I mean, I get it. Brenton Strange not there right now, but he will be back. Mm-hmm. Kicker. I mean, I know, but
it's never a need. Biggest need? Are we kidding? In the NFL, you're going to list for anybody.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
List notable trade candidates. List 3 of them for the Jags. I don't know if you've seen the piece.
I have not. 3 Jag players.
3 Jag players that could be traded away. And I don't necessarily, I don't know, 2 of them, how much value they'd have, and the other one, I think they're pretty firm that they're not going to deal. Well, ETN is one of them.
They're not dealing ETN.
Thank you. That's the one.
They are not.
Mason Smith.
What are you going to get for him?
Right. What are you going to get for him? And Jarian Jones.
Well, I'll say this. we had a 32 for 32 thing where it was like, who's the candidate on your team that could be traded? So, I'm looking down the Jags roster, and I'm like, no. They're not trading Etienne, Brian Thomas, So they really have a lot of guys that you would think that they would be willing to trade. But his snap numbers on defense have gone down since Monteric came back. So they clearly like Monteric more.
He's kind of like the fifth now, right?
Exactly. And so Travis Hunter's, I don't know.
Newsome,
Greg Newsome, Travis Hunter.
And Jordan Lewis.
Jordan Lewis, they're all going to be back next year. I don't know if you bring Monteric Brown back.
Is Greg Newsome going to be back next year?
I would think they're bringing. You don't trade for the guy.
Okay, well, I'm just
not bringing him back. I'm
unless
assuming.
you're trying to get rid of Dyson's salary, and I feel like he's
that's
on a trial
probably
basis,
part of it.
But he's going to want to get paid.
Yeah, I would assume if you made that deal without thinking, without even entertaining the possibility of bringing him back. That's just a massive salary.
I'm sure they entertain it, but doesn't he have to play well to?
Yeah, but I kind
that?
of expect him to.
Ding dong.
I don't know what that
Party
was.
foul. That's my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I expect him back. I do. So, and they like Monteric. Maybe they bring Monteric back, but I just think that Jarian's role right now is so decreased that if you were going to say, hey, we'll give you X, he would probably be the guy. That's just my guess.
Fair enough. Let's get one in from Trevor Lawrence here. Just one last one. It's a long one, but expressing confidence in Brian Thomas Jr.
I'm very confident. I've had some really good conversations with Brian. I think we've gotten closer really over the last couple of years as this has gone. And I have a lot of confidence in him. And, he's such a young player. I mean, he's in his second year. And I think that's part of developing as a player in this league. And I've gone through a lot of my own challenges as well. And in times where, maybe I didn't play my best and felt like I was leaving some stuff out there. And so I think us just having that relationship, being able to talk to him, he's been awesome with me and very receptive. And I think the communication has been great. And I got all the confidence that he's going to play really well and be just fine. So I'm not concerned with that. Obviously excited for these opportunities that are coming up and the ones especially that he's going to have, and which I keep plugging away, keep working, keep building our chemistry, because that's a lot of it too. He's not out there by himself trying to do it. He's got me throwing him the ball. There's some things I can do better. He's got 10 other guys that are out there with him that also need to do a better job. So it's not just him.
D-Rock, let's be fair to Brian Thomas. What sense you have of how hurt he is? He's dealing with a shoulder issue.
Right.
He was limited in practice yesterday. I don't think it's an excuse when the ball hits you right in your hands on some of the passes that he's dropped this year. But, it could be a reason to, if you're banged up, you would try to avoid a huge collision if at all possible.
Yeah, I don't discount that injury at all. He has a shoulder injury. He's wearing a harness. So I do think he's hurt. But, I'm also watching him catch passes in practice, over his head, reaching up and all that other stuff. So, he can play, and there's always that feeling of if you can play, then you play. And he's not asked out of anything, you know what I mean? He's not wanting to play. So I think it's a factor, but it's not, like you said, the reason he's been struggling.
Can they get him back to where we feel as bullish about him, maybe using him in a different way on different kinds of routes? And I get it, maybe not this season, but is he salvageable to, coming in this year, very many people would have put him as the top guy on the roster based on one year.
Liam Cohen said they're running the pass offense through him.
Great production. Can he rehabilitate his stock, so to speak?
Yeah, but I don't think as wide receiver one. I think that they need to find where he's best, and that seems to be outside the numbers, to the sideline over there, not anything over the middle, and maybe down the field, on the outside as a field stretcher there. So I think if they can kind of carve a really good role for him with all of that in mind, then I think he can be a significant part of this offense. But I going forward, wide receiver one is Travis Hunter.
All right. Today's poll coming in asking you which unit you have the most confidence in or you feel the best about. Rush defense has just surpassed rush offense, which makes sense. I mean, they are ranked 6th in the league, 40% going that way, 39% going with the rushing offense, which is ranked 14th in the league, as is the passing offense, ranked 14th, but not nearly as many people confident in that for a variety of reasons, 14.5% and only 6%. How would you have the most confidence in this pass defense? That's a tough one to come up with. They're ranked 26th in the league against the pass.
They got a bunch of turnovers.
You know, maybe they just feel, hey, more Travis Hunter will lead to better results. We'll get some final thoughts with Mike DiRocco here in a moment. Let's say hello to XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Big Sirs, what's going on, man?
How you doing, gentlemen?
Are you dressing up for Halloween, Sirs?
Yeah, I'm going as myself.
All right, are you? All right.
I got a Winnie the Pooh costume here if you want it.
Do you?
I do.
What was your favorite? Listen, my favorite costume when I was a kid was Scooby-Doo.
There he is, Leon.
Huh?
There he is. He was in studio with us today as Winnie the Pooh.
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
Where's the honey?
That's what we all said, right? That's the whole thing about it. So was this like a homemade Winnie the Pooh? I can't imagine you were ever the guy who would fit in an off-the-rack Scooby-Doo costume. Because I know I wasn't.
When I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
they came in little packages.
Did you get them in the box with the see-through?
Yes.
That's like, when you were a kid, man, that was like phenomenal.
The
Go to the
mouth
store,
hole,
they got them
the
all
mouth
out.
hole was like that
yes,
big.
the
with
eye
tiny
holes,
little
very
rubber
toxic, I'm
band.
sure.
Yes. Oh, went up in flames like that.
No doubt. What's you got coming up today there, Leon?
Well, we're going to talk about Jags. Can they bounce back? We're going to talk a little LSU, Florida, as that coaching search goes on, and happens to be a game this Saturday.
Anyone in particular?
There's a lot of games.
Florida, Georgia.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yes, the one here. Fortunately, we don't need to focus on that one too much on Jaguars today, but I'm sure you will.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a good show.
Appreciate you.
All right, buddy.
Yep.
We appreciate you. D-Rock, as you get ready to depart, to go down and dive into the locker room and get some last-minute thoughts from these players, what's your feel about are you ready to predict a Jaguar victory?
Yeah, I think they do go out there and win it.
I think we're all picking them because we can't wrap our head around the alternative. In part as well. Like, that's going to be the starting point, that no way we're going to put that mental picture together that we're going to lose to the Raiders.
Well, look, they've won more games than they've lost. And
absolutely.
They can be a good team. And they've shown spurts where they are a good team.
And since week one, the Vegas Raiders basically have not.
Right. So if you get back to doing what you did well, which is running the ball and making sure you're able to commit to that, then I think that they can win this game. And Liam Cohen has said, hey, look, I need to call more runs. And let's be Tim Patrick's hurt. Brian Thomas is banged up. De'Ami Brown's banged up. I mean, not a lot of, healthy wide receivers to go to.
Travis Hunter has been
19 catches.
The Breakfast Bowl MVP for week 9 ahead of time. So let's see how it all works out. All right, D-Rock, safe travels out there.
Thank you.
Enjoy the big holiday tomorrow. And for you, set of that costume, you're going to be giving out candy in that thing? or
Oh, God, no. But the DiRocco household has plenty of candy to give out.
Excellent. All right. D-Rock, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next Thursday.
Thanks, guys.
There he goes. Mike DiRocco for Tony Smith, Dylan Denmark. I'm Mike Dempsey. Thank you for listening to Jaguars Today. Tom McManus joins us live from Vegas for the program. Tomorrow we'll have Tom's Tale of the Tape, keys to victory, and the like, all that, and confidence picks as well. That'll do it for Jaguars Today. Stick around. XL Primetime is next here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studio.